Hey, this is Dean from Mr. Mind Gaming, and today I'm here to show you a bit of DC Universe Online, which just came free to the Steam store a few days ago. Let's have a look at it. At the start, you begin with whatever you chose, but basically just melee type damage. I chose just my fists and brawling type thing, but you can choose weapons if you wanted to. But it doesn't really make much difference. As you can see, customization of the characters is pretty decent. You probably wouldn't realize looking at the way my character's been designed, but he's actually on the hero side. You get to choose either hero or villain. Then you have your own little role model. I got Batman because, well, I feel kind of bad for Batman. I mean, compared to Superman, you just get crushed, and I don't think that's fair. Oh look, a little boss. Let's get it on. At the moment I'm just using my right and left click. One's just basic punching, the other one is this little explosion thing, which is pretty interesting. For a free game, this is pretty well designed, but obviously this started off as a pay per month thing, which I was one of the special ones to have actually bought that on the PlayStation at the time. The game, in my opinion, is more built for the PlayStation, but it's still pretty decent on the PC, although a lot of people do complain about the control difference. See, there's a little bit of movement thing going on here. I chose the acrobatics because I wanted to be different, but a lot of people do choose flight because it is fairly easier, but oh wow. Let's have a look here. See, shapeshifting, doesn't that sound nice? Time to carry on the family tradition. Yeah, I like the sound of Raw. Why not? See, obviously there's a class and talent system, very much like most other MMOs actually, like World of Warcraft and all that sort of thing. But this has its own little twist on it. Don't really know what it wants me to do. Ah, that was eventful. Alright then, so you have your own little inventory screen too. I find this much easier than the version on the PlayStation, and also the chat that would be on the computer would be a lot easier, because in my opinion chat on the PlayStation is a pain in the ass. Like, who really wants to keep typing out every individual letter unless they had one of those keypad things? Just not for me. Let's have a look here.
Get ready. The ship is sending more security your way.
See, now I have my little special attack. Everything becomes a lot more easier, and it is pretty fun. At the moment I'm using the nature class, if you haven't already noticed. This is obviously just the introduction, and it's fairly easy, just obviously just to get you into the ropes of things, but it is still pretty fun. Something I will say about the game though is it does take quite a while to download, even with I have a fairly fast connection, but still, just leave it in the background, that sort of thing, and it shouldn't be too bad. Using my roar. I'm part animal, not all the way yet, but hopefully I will one day. Fingers crossed. If I remember, you can change into animals as part of the nature class through shapeshifting, of course, but I've never actually seen anyone do it. this is kind of awkward, but I am getting down there. And there we go. Nope, can't pick up a car, can't pick up that. Can I pick? Oh, I can pick a vending machine up, so, you know, let's have a look at this then. And that was a waste of time. See, there is an interacting sort of thing going on here, like, here we go, here. Back when the game first came out, I thought as I think now, the game is pretty fun, action-based, you know, that sort of thing. Just pick up and play, don't have to play that long, just to have the little bit of fun you need. But there was one massive problem, and it wasn't really the subscription fee. I wasn't too worried about that. It was, well, I'll just give you a little run through what happened. Basically, I was on my favourite character at the time. Oh, not very high level, just getting there, you know, just steadily. And then I kind of flew into a building, got stuck, and then got too frustrated to do anything. Mainly because the in-game support was pretty shit, and when things like that happen, you just get really fucked off and just don't want to really go anymore. But I'm sure since that was around about 7-8 months ago now, so you know the in-game support has probably improved quite a bit. I did kind of suspect this game would change to free to play, but you know, just because I remember WoW was still fairly popular, much more than it is now at the time, and I knew that this game couldn't overpass it. However, I still think WoW should become free to play. That game's just pretty ridiculous now.
Ship is sending more security your way.
See, there's a little bit of a looting system as well, very MMO based, like sitting into the stereotypes of an MMO. Level up. Let's have a look here. Acrobatics. See, with your attacks, you have to kind of, you know, along the bars, you just put them on a bit like what they're gonna do in Guild Wars, you know, that sort of thing, where you have to choose your best layout, which is obviously up to you. It's not really like, in my opinion, it's a better system than the systems such as WoW, where you just have everything all over the place, and you're expected to use almost everything that is mainly useful.
These energy readings.
Oh boy.
Brainiac has a full invasion force stored on this ship. We have to destroy it.
Of course, it's up to me. If I remember, the more you get, like, the more strength or whatever you have. Ooh, look, there's a little trinket type thing going on here, just to get me out of stuns and wherever. But the more strength you have, the more weighty stuff you can pick up, you know, like cars and buses, I think. So, you know, people who are interested in that sort of thing, which it is pretty interesting in some ways. Just look up that sort of stuff. Awkward. Alright then, let's get on with this. As you see, there's a map at the top right of the screen, just telling me all my objectives and that sort of thing. Fairly easy. By easy, I mean you can level to the max level, which is 30 if I remember, in around 3-4 days. Nothing too complicated. And the end game, I think the best part about the end game and everything is the PvP, because I think the PvE is not developed enough. You know, it doesn't have enough layers to make it too interesting. But then again, as a free game, you can't really complain.
The ship's main gun is up ahead. Destroy it, and the ship's external defense network will go down. Then the League can get in and get you out of there.
Oh, great. Oh, why won't they just die? There we go. See, I just picked up some sort of gear there. Nothing I'm too worried about at the moment, but I'm sure it'll be helpful in a bit once I could be asked to equip it. And here's the little boss of the introductory type thing of DC Universe. Not too hard. Little bit of tactics involved, but nothing above anything else. Just gotta kill all the little mobs first, which is always fun. As you can see, you just have to destroy every little panel that's going on here, and then take on this beast that is the boss up there. That is obviously very thrilling and just makes you want to play the game. For anyone that is planning to play the nature class, it kind of gets awkward when you use that skill and then there's nothing around, because you're kind of stuck into that little freeze frame for a bit while your skill randomly just shoots off into whatever direction. Just giving you a heads up. I think that's the mechanics for most of the similar spells though. Alright then, let's get this show on the road. After this is completed, I get my little role model coming in, which is obviously, as I said, Batman earlier, and it's always dependent on which. Oh wait, if I remember, it's actually not the person you chose, more of the leader of your, say, let's call it faction, depending on either hero or villain. Oh, this guy's a pain in the ass. It is times like these which makes me realise how shitty the PC controls can be at times, but you know, it just comes with practice. Just blow on him. Nothing weird. Run away! Oh, come on. Get your Dragon Ball Z things out my way. Alright, go, go, go. Ah, see. Was that needed? Was that little freeze frame needed? No. Oh, bollocks off. And there we have it. Something else that's really interesting, and I would say kind of unique to this game compared to some other MMOs, is when you put on some gear, you can hide it and just have your original gear you started with showing. Which is, I think, is pretty good, because you can get some pretty shitty looking gear in games. Yeah, I have Superman, the most overpowered hero in any existence of heroes. I'm glad he's with you. I always thought his villain counterpart was kind of lame though. I mean, Lex Luthor, what sort of machinery could really go against a guy that could crush you with his fist? I've never understood that. That's just Making him bald as well. Just the lameness doesn't really stop. I don't know what they were thinking when they were writing that. That's why I've always been a Marvel person myself. But I guess for the people who really do like DC, the DC universe, all the stories and everything, I guess this game is a bit more interesting to you. But still, for just the gameplay, it is fairly fun for anyone. And obviously doesn't require you to put in shitloads of hours and effort, really, to get the fun out of the game. A bit like Call of Duty. Yeah, let's pick up this canister, yeah. Oh, I see. Ah, great. Left me a bit cold here. Whatever. Alright, now to talk to this douche.
Brainiac wasn't counting on you breaking free and disabling his ship.
I'm not liking how my character seems to be going
We've got work to do.
a little bit too low to the waist area. Oh, it's over now. Alright then, now to exit via the teleporter and probably put me into a cutscene. Ah, great. One of the famous cutscenes. Yes, this game's full of them, by the way. But I guess it is a bit of comic art going on, so it's not too bad.
A dying version of Earth's greatest villain brought us a weapon from the future, stolen from Brainiac himself. New heroes to withstand Brainiac.
Something I didn't really see as a really well thought out point was to put everybody on the Earth turned into a superhero. Since when would that work? Because obviously you're going to get that one or much more person that can overpower the other heroes, and who's to say that he doesn't care about anything? Who's to say that he just wants to destroy everything? I mean, that in reality that would happen, but they never think about these things, these comic book writers, silly people. And now to actually use teleporter, which will take me to, I think, your kind of headquarters for the heroes. There's the police station for the other villains' place. If I remember, there's some sort of, I don't know, Chinese restaurant type thing, which I never really understood. Wonder Woman looking pretty decent. That's another thing to note, if I remember.
Little clothed woman
on the
that
loading
you know,
screens,
just
there's
planted
always some
on your
sort
screen.
of,
Superhero
I know
one,
what
of
they're
course,
doing.
but you know,
Some sort of
subliminal message in the long run. It just doesn't help, does it? But anyway, that's it for now. I recommend go just and downloading this game off the Steam store for free. Just remember to comment and subscribe.